All right, we're live. We are live. Oh, sorry, Harley. Oh my goodness, I almost knocked off Harley there. But yes, we are here, going live here at the Sky Lounge on YouTube instead of Twitch today. We're gonna switch things up a little bit. Record the podcast on YouTube instead. So we're gonna have a couple of shit going on here. Don't mind the perspiration right now. I am sweating like a fucking sow. It is disgusting. And it's really the hair. Vegas is just getting fucking. The weather's getting weird. I'll say that. I'll say that about Vegas right now. It's October. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's in this weird in between right now. But let's get all the recording going. And so when I am recording, I'm not gonna really interact. I'm just gonna stick to the script. We'll mostly stick to the script. Sorry, Harley. God damn, you're in the fucking way. Jesus Christ. All right. You ready for this? We're gonna get ready for this shit. We're gonna record. Oh, my eyes. Okay. Oh, man. But seriously, I'm gonna get ready to record. It's gonna be some good shit. Be on the lookout, boys and girls. We're gonna be in some good shit right now. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Sky Lounge podcast, episode number 101. And as always, thank you so much for joining me today and listening in. If you are new, welcome, and check out some of the other episodes on the page. All episodes are available on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Music, so make sure you are subscribed so you can get notified for a new episode every Tuesday. Make sure to follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook at The Sky Lounge. Stalk me on Snapchat at DA13IG5UNG. Let's get started. Okay, so topic of the week, the alleviation of the Vegas Anhedonia. I may have butchered that word, but I used it a year ago and I aptly titled 1 year later, all right, in parentheses. So as October approaches, guys, I mean, we're already in the second day of October. All major sports are in full gear. We are in full fucking gear. And I understand that, but here's the thing. There's also something for us here in Vegas. It's very important, and it's 1 October, right? I mean, for us in Vegas, it's an event that it really affected everybody here in the city. I think just no matter how you look at it, there's a lot of craziness behind it, and crazy to think. Really, the last time I talked about this on the topic of the week was episode 51, about 50 episodes ago, which was about last year, and I wrote that episode 2 days after. October 3rd, 2017, after the incident, and mistakenly I put the title as October 2nd, where it should have been October 1st, but we fuck up. We make mistakes, we fuck up, and it's okay. It's okay. And let's talk about 1 October. The facts of 1 October is 58 people were killed in the largest mass shooting in the United States during the Route 91 Harvest Music Festival. More than 500 people were injured, and that's the crazier part. And we're sitting here 1 year later, looking at the aftermath and really what happened to our city after all those things, right? And I mean, the event itself, it's terrible. I mean, there's really nothing more to say about it. I mean, there's all these ideas, popping out for people. This idea that there's more to it than it seems. But the downright reality is, 58 people were slaughtered. Just doing something they love, enjoying music, right? They're at a music festival, and you just mow them down. That's like I never understood that. I never understood the mentality behind that. Like I really don't. We see it in video games and shit all the time, but we understand that fiction, fantasy, and reality are two completely separate things. And when you're playing video games and shit, you can distinguish reality in terms of that. But there are some psychopaths out there. I don't know. I can't ever justify that shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. And the crazier thing is, I'm saying crazy a lot because I'm running out of adjectives and words to say, just because it really is wild to think about this in retrospect a year later. It's like when I was a kid, okay, September 11th, 2001, okay, and I was still a kid in elementary school. I was relatively new to this country, and Sure enough, man. I mean, it was scary. It's a scary thought of, man, this is real. Like, this is happening. Like, there's some fucking crazy shit going on in this country. I felt that when I was younger, but when you're older, I was what, 24, 25 at that point. So, there's more emotional gravity to it, and it was hard. I won't lie to you. It was hard. For a good week, I was depressed. I couldn't talk to anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I brushed it off just because that's a manly thing to do. That's a manly thing to do. Brush shit off, emotionally, and it affected a lot of people's psyche, including myself. And when we say 1 year later, I'm not just saying let's fast forward 1 year later. I want to take you guys through what this city really went through. And the crazy thing is, as much as we say, it's just sports. It's just sports. I know that term gets thrown out there all the time. It's just sports. But you know what sports did for the city? You know what sports did for this specific city, Las Vegas? The Vegas Golden Knights. We moved from mourning to cheers. And this is truly the power of sports, right? This is truly the power of sports where an entire city felt dark. It fell into the abyss in terms of emotions, where everything was terrible. I mean, 58 fucking people killed. That's crazy. And from the Vegas Golden Knights organization, what they were able to do was have members of the Vegas Golden Knights organization, whether they be players, executive administrators, wherever, and immediately the next day you have everybody going out to community centers and everything, trying to help everybody out. And really, that was the whole transition from the mourning process to cheering. And the crazy thing is, it was a great feeling to carry forth. And from tragedy to what the Vegas Golden Knights produced, for those whatever eight or fucking 9 months of hockey. It's unbelievable. Like, I'm sitting here right now as a Vegas Golden Knights fan. I still fucking can't believe all of this shit happened in a year. Okay? Within a year, I'm gonna take you to this journey of what the fuck happened in a year. I'm telling you, this is some fucking bonker shit. All right? So, the Golden Knights won their first 2 games. All right? They won their first 2 fucking games in the inaugural season away from home, Dallas and Arizona. And then they come home October 10th and put on, in my opinion, one of the most emotionally uplifting opening ceremonies. And I can tell you right now, I was in that crowd. I was bawling my eyes out. I was bawling my fucking eyes out. And it was great. I've never felt that kind of emotional uplift in a long time. And it felt great. Just to see your neighbor, cry too. I mean, all your neighbors are crying. Everybody around you is, wiping away tears, cheering when they're singing the national anthem, silent in the 58 seconds of silence when they're naming all of the victims on the ice. They put their names on the ice, and and the on the ice product was unbelievable. They scored 4 goals in the first 10 minutes of the first period, and they dominated Arizona. And the Golden Knights were continuing to win through December. And we felt it was us against the world. I mean, I'm pretty sure more the players than us. And we fucking loved it. And we still love it. We still love the fact that it's us against the world. I won't hide that right now. I flat out, when I rep Vegas, either in person or if I go to social media and shit, I'm very brass about my support with the Vegas Golden Knights. I flat out tell people, your organizations are garbage compared to what we're doing. Relatively speaking, the short term that we've been able to do it, cocky, yes, but results speak for themselves. Within the year and what they've done for this community, you really can't value how much these guys mean to us. And so for us, really, it is us against the world. And we really say, it's that mentality of fuck you to everybody who just doesn't want to be here with us. And it's great. I love this whole mentality. I love that mentality. And through December, we're just killing it. And then come March, right before playoff, come March, the Golden Knights clinched a playoff spot and won the Pacific Division. And remember, all the talk going into this fucking season was, oh man, they're not gonna do well in the Pacific. Yeah, we fucking dominated the Pacific and teabagged nearly every fucking buddy in that goddamn division. And and it was great. It was this great feeling of fuck you to everybody. Again, it's with the Vegas Golden Knights, it really is the whole fuck you mentality, because it really, Vegas Golden Knights is a reflection of what our city is. An assortment of strangers who come to this focal point, or this kind of, pillar, or this area where we don't know what the fuck we're doing, but you know what? We're together. We're just gonna do our jobs. We're gonna get shit done. If you live out here in Vegas, most people live like that. Most people are like that. We don't really do neighbors. I've lived here for fucking years in this house. I've never talked to my neighbors, right? Because one of them's a cunt, so fuck them. Anyways, the number 58 was retired by the Vegas Golden Knights organization, which was a very classy gesture. I know a lot of folks, we're commenting on social media on Vegas Golden Knights or any of these like little forum pages and shit, like, oh, they even play. Dude, it's a great gesture, all right? Like, what the fuck? Why are you reading into this shit? Like, this is some shit, man. All right, when somebody fucking puts some respect fucking post out there, just respect the cat, man. Don't get into the, oh, you know what? You're not right. You're technically not right. Don't be that fucking cocksucker. All right? Like, good God, people of the internet, what the fuck are we actually doing? What are we doing as a human race? Just being cunts, nitpicking cunts, yeah? Good God. This is why the Vegas organization, like, we were good about this. We're like, you know what? This is great. What a great gesture. And most Vegas fans that I run into, they're not shitheads. Most of them aren't shitheads. I mean, some of them are. Some of them are shitheads. But all right, I'm getting off track. I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting off track. Stick to the script, Yang. All right. I will. All right. So the Vegas Golden Knights in the playoffs. Obviously, the first round swept the Kings. Second round beat the Sharks. I mean, beat the fuck out of them. And Western Conference Final embarrassed the Jets. I feel like the Vegas Golden Knights embarrassed the Jets. And Stanley Cup Final won a game, but lost in 5 games. So that's been a year. That was our first year. And you know what? Again, transitioning from this whole tragic mess, from this mass, shooting that is historically recorded as one of the biggest mass shootings, to a city united under one banner of the Vegas Golden Knights, and we are cheering our fucking heads off for this team to do well. And you know what? Every time we're cheering our heads off, it's stress relief, right? I mean, this is what sports is. It's escapism. It's fucking escapism. And for us to just sit here as fans and just keep saying like, this team, dude, imagine what the fucking team is doing for the city. Except Cleveland, they're not really doing anything great for the city. Anyways, yesterday, members of the Vegas Golden Knights organization, as well as today, organization visited first responders that were at the festival, and all day. These guys are doing this all day. You see Jonathan Marchessault, Derek England, Max Pacioretty, Paul Stastny, Nate Schmidt, Alex Tugg. I can name you all the guys. Brad Hunt. I mean, William Carlson, Riley Smith. I mean, you got GM George McPhee, Gerard Gallant, all these guys going out to the community, reaching out to the community, letting people know that, hey, we're sports, but we're also Las Vegas residents. And I love that. I love that about the Vegas Golden Knights, man. They make it their own. I mean, I'll give you a perfect example of like who's really adapted to this. Max Pacioretty. I think Pacioretty arguably is going to change this organization. I think in term not negatively, mind you. I think he's going to bring that regalness to the Vegas Golden Knights organization, because I go on tangents a lot. Even during recordings when I'm not really responsive with all the comments and shit, I really do go on tangents because my brain gets all fucked up and shit. But with Pacioretty, I saw him during the preseason game against the Colorado Avalanche, and after everyone's done with the warm-ups, he is the only guy on the ice with all these pucks left, and he's just shooting these pucks all by himself. There's nobody else on the ice, and he is just skating around. And the way he skates, it's so regal. It's kind of majestic the way he just skates so smoothly, and that's just me. And for me to say that Max Pacioretty and a lot of these guys really have adopted Las Vegas as their own. And when we talk about Las Vegas, the city of Las Vegas, Listen, if any of you guys are out there, watching this right now, I will tell you this: Las Vegas is a great city. It's not just a strip. It's not just partying. It's not just whatever bullshit. There's a lot of shit to do here. Hockey. that's that's all we got right now. Well, the Raiders are coming, unfortunately, but the city of Las Vegas. The whole motto of 1st of October and the events after that. To unify our city was the slogan "Vegas Strong." All right, Vegas Strong. And this year they went with something, obviously a year later, something different. And I think, as basic as this sounds, as basic as this is, hear me out. From Vegas Strong to Vegas Stronger. I think that it's basic, but it tells a lot about what happened within a year. That 1 year later, our city is as strong as ever. Our city's more united. Our city will all wave the Vegas banner when the season comes. And the one slogan that really stood out when one of the posts yesterday was braver, closer, prouder, stronger, Vegas stronger. And it's really amazing to see what this means. And what the seeming community of strangers, when they get together under understanding and love, like what they can actually do, what kind of energy, what kind of atmosphere we can create. And it's amazing. And when I say love, I don't mean this whole bullshit sexual love shit. I mean communal love, genuine love for the human race and your fellow brothers and sisters of the human race. That's what I'm talking about, love. All right. And it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing to see how much the Golden Knights has transformed our city and has helped our city heal. I mean, for all intents and purposes, sports for our city has been it's been a healing. It's been a healing. I don't know what the right word is. It's been a healing process, and and the process too. It's been fun. I mean, the games, the hockey, it's been so fun. And you know what? To continue into season 2, I can't wait. And 1 year later, we're still here. We're still stronger. We're braver, closer, prouder, and stronger. Vegas stronger. I'm fucking ready for some hockey. And Vegas is the best. All right. Las Vegas is my home. Las Vegas is like just everything about Las Vegas is it's me. It's me now. And so ultimately, before I get a little more emotionally sappy, let's just fucking end this shit. Ultimately, we are Vegas stronger, and go Knights go. All right, so time to move out to some Souths. All right, guys, all game and match reviews on the YouTube page. All right, at the SoundCloud. So make sure you check that shit out for more detailed shit. Because all the match reviews that I do on here, it's just very basic. I'm just gonna cover some basic shit. So Carabao Cup round number 3 for Arsenal, because Arsenal played this week. Yes, they did. Against Brentford, September 26th. Emile Smith-Rowe makes his senior debut for the Arsenal squad, but is subbed out in the second half. So congrats to Emile Smith-Rowe. I can't wait to see this kid grow. I say that about a lot of prospects and a lot of youngsters and a lot of kids in every sport I watch. I can't wait for these young guys to grow with our organization, but eventually they leave us. Anyways, let's talk about the goals. Danny Welbeck with 2 goals in the first half. My goodness, this kid has been on fire. I think since Emery came in, I think Welbeck, Iwobi, a lot of these young guys, like kind of mid-young guys, have been able to thrive really well. Wenger, the very emotional guy, the very, hands-on everybody kind of feel. And aesthetic football versus, I feel Emery is just a workhorse. He's a workhorse. He's like, dude, win. Fix your mistakes and win. And I you know what? If he keeps this shit up, if he keeps this mentality up, I might start falling in love with Emery. By the end of the season, if he just keeps up this mentality all the way into next season, I'm gonna fall in love with this guy. You know me. I love me some meritocracy. I love when people just say, let's just do our jobs and let's just get this shit done. But unfortunately, at the start of the second half, Arsenal just figured they didn't want to do their jobs in defense. And fucking why? Why? Judge scores a goal. 2-1. It makes it way too close. And crazy thing is, too, the match ended way too close. 90th minute, 4 minutes into extra time, Lacazette gets a goal and squares it off. And this guy is just on fire. Lacazette has been on point. All right. Since the beginning of the season, this guy has been on a fucking warpath on scoring or assisting or chance creation. It's crazy how under the radar Lacazette is going under. He's crazy. This kid is crazy in terms of production right now. And in the Premier League, week number 7 versus Watford at home, a 2-0 win. Oh my God, we won again. What the fuck? So goals. First half was bland as shit, and Arsenal didn't really look as focused as Watford. And credit to those guys. They are on the top 10 for a reason. And plus, Petr Cech was subbed out for Berlino. Lino. Looks like a hamstring issue. Hamstring/leg issue. And that might be a 6 to 8 weeks out for Petr Cech. So we're going to see a lot more Berlino. Obviously, you don't want to see a goalkeeper like Petr Cech, who has been playing pretty well as of late. As of the last week or two, especially since his defense kind of knows what they're doing in front of him now. Petr Cech's been really good, but I'm excited to see what Bernardino can do. Great thing about this this match was it was all decided in the last 10 minutes. I mean, you can call it great, whatever, but the alleviation that you feel from fucking last minute goals and last minute winners are. Oh, it's great. It's therapeutic. It really is therapeutic. And an own goal by Watford set Arsenal up to just bury the dagger after that. And 2 minutes later, from Iwobi to Lacazette to Ozil, a goal by Mesut Ozil in the 83rd minute brought us back to 6th place. We are now, I believe, Tottenham is behind us on point differentials, but we not goal differentials, but in terms of points, we are the same. So Arsenal's back up a little bit, and you know what? And next week we're gonna have a lot more shit. We're gonna have a lot more competition. We're gonna have a lot more thorough soul searching to do in terms of defense, guys. All right, because Europa League Group Stage round number 2 against Karabag FK. No idea if I pronounced that right. October 4th, Baku and Azerbaijan. And Mkhitaryan will not be traveling with the team due to tension between Azerbaijan and Armenia. Political turmoil over there between the two countries, I assume, so there's no Mkhitaryan going to be in there. All right, and Premier League week number 8 at Fulham. That's going to be interesting. That's a London derby. That's a London derby. So that's going to be fun. And so after that, that's going to be the international break. So that's a bummer. But we still got football, so it's okay. It's okay. And you know what? Other news in football. I almost knocked off Harley Quinn here, my little China doll. But other shit going on in football right now. Manchester United spiraling out of control. Maybe. I know a lot of headlines are trying to call it spiraling out of control. I just think Jose lost his locker room. He's completely lost his locker room. This is year 3. He will always do this shit. And credit to my buddy Nick, who did say something that I thought was very, very spot on. Jose doesn't have that lightning rod / pillar player who can command respect and also just lead that locker room. That voice, that kind of big ego that can overshadow Jose's, but you don't have that guy anymore. You just got a bunch of kids in there. And Jose and player personnel management, let's just say it's not the best. All right, let's just say it's not the best. And so Manchester United, kind of not really in free fall, but I mean it's been a very mediocre last few weeks. So keep an eye out for Manchester United kids because Zinedine Zidane might be going over there. Who the fuck knows? Tottenham, they're finding new and exciting ways to choke. It's great. Listen, as an Arsenal fan. Isn't this what I want to see? Absolutely. This is great. Listen, Tottenham finding new ways to choke. It's like catnip to me. I can eat that shit all day. I get high off of that shit. It's fucking great. Fuck Tottenham. And honestly, I don't know. I don't find any other storylines of this season particularly interesting at this point. It's the fucking pretentious Chelsea fans and the rambunctious Liverpool fans, and they think they're just gonna own the league. And you're sitting here thinking like, God, you guys have so many defects. But this is what happens with sports fans. They don't want to hear the criticisms of their team. They don't want to be mentally challenged. Or mentally challenged, I don't know. They don't want to be challenged. They don't want to be challenged. Mentally challenged. Sorry, folks, I don't mean to offend you. Fucking assholes. All right. So, yeah, they met twice this week, Chelsea and Liverpool, and yikes, the two ugliest fan bases. Oh, my God. And you know what? Speaking of ugly, let's talk about the Seahawks. Okay, let's talk about the Seahawks. Because after the game this week, news came out. Well, let's talk about this news first. News came out that Seahawks Blazers owner Paul Allen says his cancer is back after, I believe remission in 2009. And you know what, guys? I just hope he recovers and comes back strong. And for those of you who don't know, I mean, I read a little brief thing about this, or a little fucking short little documentary shit. Paul Allen, this is the man who, no matter what other bullshit happens with this team, this is the man who kept the Seattle Seahawks team in Seattle. For those of you who don't know, back in 1998 or 1999, the Seattle Seahawks were about to move due to just poor infrastructure, poor everything. Just everything with this organization was a mess at this point. And for Paul Allen to do everything he's done to keep this team in Seattle, it's amazing, and I really hope the best for him. I really hope a speedy recovery for Paul Allen, and and just it's a bummer. It's a bummer to hear shit like this. Like, fuck cancer, dude. Like, cancer's a fucking bummer. All right, cancer's a fucking bummer. But another bummer that we gotta talk about is the Seahawks. Even though they won, we still gotta talk about this fucking game. Why am I so mad? I'm going to talk about why I'm so fucking mad about this goddamn game. All right, so we go to the Cardinals. We go to Arizona, the goddamn shit state that is Arizona. And the Seahawks win 20-17. Hooray! You might be saying hooray! Yeah, it's a win. We're 2-2. Cool. So let's talk about some of the highlights before we talk about all the lowlights, all the worst shit about this game. Oh, yeah, and we're going to talk about Earl Thomas. We're absolutely going to talk about Earl Thomas. And so in the first quarter, Mike Davis, my boy, 20-yard rush. Oh, boy. I mean, watching a run game from Seattle, it's kind of exciting. Even though this organization I know is going to be 8-8 or worse, at worst they're going to be 6-10, all right? But seeing a running game, it's like, oh, look at that, a running game. We actually have a running. Did you guys know that we had rushers? I didn't know, oh my God, other than Russell, we have rushers, holy shit. So I geeked out about that, personally. And, in the first quarter, it looked great. A lot of, and for me, mispasses. A lot of mispasses, a lot of hesitation for both teams. And by the second quarter, it looked like Arizona was turning up. Field goals here by Dawson, and then Johnson just runs that shit in. And you kind of have to think, Seattle was giving up yards, I felt, I'm watching this game and thinking, man, we're giving up a lot of yards. These short yards, and this credit to Josh Rosen, NFC West rival, but I really fear this kid moving forward. Josh Rosen is one of those guys. He just short passes. He'll kill you with short passes. It's just like little dagger stabs of just. You won't die instantly, but you'll fucking bleed out. And this is what he was trying to do with the Seattle defense. And by the second half, by the third quarter, at least our boys showed up. Our good old Michelin man, Janikowski, 40-yard boomer. All right. So there we go. Janikowski with that nice little field goal. And then Mike Davis turn up again. And Russell Wilson with the fucking running block was hilarious. Athletic as Russell Wilson is on the running block. It was hilarious to watch this little fella run, and you're just like, dude, he's protecting Mike Davis. This is fucking awesome. And you know what? It was great because Davis at 100 fucking yards. Oh my God, we have rushers. So Seahawks has rushers. But what happens in the fourth quarter? We almost choked this fucking game away. Is what happened. Yeah, Williams gets a touchdown. Jesus Christ. And, okay, guys, guess what? Also, this was the fucking play that got Earl fucking injured. Earl was carted off. Earl Thomas III was carted off and shown giving the middle finger to the Seahawks bench. Rant incoming. Trust me, I'm going to talk about Earl Thomas real soon. But minor side note, I was at the pub down on Sierra Gold here near my house, and yeah, I almost teared up at the bar. Yeah, I'm one of those emotional pricks. I'll be at the bar. I'm watching one of my fucking favorite players, and really, arguably, a culture-setting man in Earl Thomas, and he is fucking getting carted off again. He has his leg injured again. But I'll save that for now. I'll save that for later. But again, I almost teared up. I almost teared up because of that shit. All right? And so 17-17, and again, it was just frustrating because you had less than 2 minutes left. And we're starting in our own, 10, 15? Jesus Christ. My heart fell to my ass, and I thought I was going to shit it out. But you know what? Michelin Man does it again. Our boy, Janikowski comes in the clutch. You know, when I'm going to make an NBA reference right here. When people shit on Manu Ginobili, don't you dare shit on Manu Ginobili, because he was still the biggest clutch shooter in the last 3-4 years. Still at age 30-something, 40. All right? And you know, I shit on Janikowski all the time. I really do. My general policy with Janikowski tends to be, all right, 45 yarders or above, he's going to make it. 45 yarders or under, he's not going to make it. But this game, credit to him, he missed two. He missed two in the early first quarter. But you know what? Fair play to the guy. He got us in the clutch. We got the win. So, hey, we got the win. Hey, so you should be happy, right? Yeah, I should be happy because, you know, our quarterback shit, yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. Russell Wilson, 73.1%. Yeah, not bad. No touchdowns, 172 yards, but he made these little clutch. He made a lot of crucial plays to get us forward into a position where we could, you know, tie and perhaps win. So, yay. And this is the kid I want to talk about. Actually, before that. If you're a Seahawks fan, celebrate this shit because this is some momentous occasion right here. Russell Wilson, after Sunday, with his 75th win, becomes the most winning quarterback in Seahawks history, followed by Hasselbeck and Krieg. So, not a lot of competition, but Seahawks fans, just letting you know, stop shitting on Russell Wilson. He is the best quarterback we have ever had. Okay, this is why am I still telling people this? Why am I still letting people know, like, hey, this is the best quarterback we have had in our organization, period. The numbers are already proving that. And for us to shit on this guy, it's like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, right, what are we doing? So yeah, Seahawks, calm the fuck down. We have a great quarterback, okay? Just, we have to have pieces around him, or we're fucked, okay? But I want to talk about the other quarterback. I want to talk about the other quarterback in Arizona, Josh Rosen. A shit state. I don't like Arizona particularly. I've been there a couple times, and you know, it's nice if you just want to kill yourself. But Josh Rosen throws 55.6% of his throws, 180 yards, 1 touchdown out of 27 attempts. So I'm not gonna lie, this kid legit scares me. You know, you put some right pieces around him. I mean, what he was able to do with like an old fucking team. I mean, I think Josh Rosen's scary. You know, with the whole Jimmy GQ kind of being sidelined for God knows how long, and Jared Goff, who I still think is mediocrity incarnate. I just, you know, I fear for this kid, Josh Rosen. But I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping I'm really wrong. All right, guys, let's get to some bad news. Let's get some bad news. I need water. I need water because it's gonna be long. Will Disley, our rookie tight end that we just drafted this year. I mean, that goes without saying, right? If you're a rookie, you were drafted this year. I'm a fucking idiot. But he tore his patella. And he's out for the season. Michael Kendricks, right? The linebacker we picked up like 3 weeks ago. Michael Kendricks. He's banned indefinitely. Yeah. Remember that little insider trading he's accused of felony for? Yeah. He's not playing for us anymore. And you know what? I cheer for this dude. And I remember saying every time he made big plays, I was like, I'm going to cheer for that criminal. Keep the criminal in line. But he's out. He's gone. And I'm going to speak it for the mic here. Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas III. Let's talk about Earl. He suffered a lower leg fracture. Clean break from what everyone is referring to. Same goddamn leg he broke a couple of years ago. Same goddamn leg. Again, let me reiterate what the whole fucking holdout was for, okay? Earl is on the last year of his contract, okay? At about $8.5 million in salary and about $1.9 million in signing, so that's about a $10.4 million cap hit. And he wanted to extend his contract for guaranteed money. And there were a lot of talks. 15 million to 18 million. And, and some people would argue it's 20 million. And I would say, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? And reason why Earl wanted a contract and guaranteed money was for fear of his injury fucking him over. Okay? He was afraid of this exact fucking situation, and hence he's missed a lot of practices. Right? And subsequently he was fine, right? I mean, you have to find him. And now, his worst fears have become reality. He's injured. Same fucking leg. Same fucking injury. And you know what? This is what's annoying. I mean, I will, and this is the thing. I'm gonna share both perspectives. I don't particularly agree with any of them, but I'm gonna lay this out here. I'm gonna defend Earl to earn his money and everything that comes along with being a great player. Okay, for fuck's sake, man, that man is gonna be a Hall of Famer. All right, and should have his fucking jersey retired right in CenturyLink Field. That number 29. Okay, but think about this from Earl's perspective. How that middle finger gesture is nothing compared to what you actually want to say on that fucking ride in the cart. Fuck you, you motherfuckers. How the fuck do you fuck me over like this, you goddamn piece of shit? That's what I would be saying. I totally get it. But we also have to think about the perspective of the employers. Okay? And I know you know what's great about this country right now? Nobody wants to fucking argue about the pros and cons anymore. They just want to fucking focus on their goddamn points, and they don't want to look at the other perspective. But this is critical. This is critical. You have to look at both perspectives. You have to absolutely look at both perspectives. We can defend Earl all day, every day, but think about the employer's perspective. You have a guy who has been a consistent performer, but had a couple of major injuries. He had that broken leg a couple of years ago. That's a major injury. Yes, he's come back. Yes, he's a unbelievable fierce competitor. He is a hard worker, and he's gotten back to this point of, good Lord, he is still one of the best safeties in the league. And the same guy, however, refuses to show up to work. And still, he wants to get as much money despite the absence, right? And just from the employer perspective, it's already like, dude, your attendance is kind of shoddy. What's going on here? Like, we understand. But when you defend a business or an employer, you can't think emotionally. You got to think bottom dollars. What is this guy costing us right now? A whole shit ton of money if he's missing practice. All right, and you're paying him. Oh boy, this isn't right. And from the employer's perspective, this is what's coming out. This seems like a very inefficient way to spend our money. And the thing is, the guy has outperformed himself, right? He's outperformed himself through the last few weeks, but he still doesn't show up. His commitment to the organization as they see it is not there, and now he gets injured, the same area, and he's gotten older. Earl's like 29, 30 at this point, and he will be demanding more money than what you as the employer think you should give him. So already at this point, it's already a very, very, very difficult situation for both sides to deal with. And furthermore, now with his leg injury, if you try to trade him off a couple weeks ago, we could have probably got the first round. Call it a long shot. I think we could have gotten the first round. But now with this injury, you can't even get decent fucking assets from this shit. I'm sorry, like I don't think you can. And like I said, am I taking sides? No, I'm not taking sides. I think both sides are wrong. They have good valid points. Both sides absolutely do have valid points. But at the end of the day, both of them are wrong. Both sides are wrong. They just need to sit down, figure this shit out. Talk it out, figure this shit out. Because this shit that Earl was doing was petulant. This shit that the Seattle Seahawks organization has been doing is shady as fuck, right? And so it's as a fan, it's one of those things where I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's a bummer. It's a fucking bummer, I'll tell you that. Just because he really is one of the last remnants of the Legion of Boom. And KJ Wright being injured and Bobby Wagner so consistently out with injury, whether they be minor or whatever. Bobby's out a lot, and so it's a bummer. It's a fucking bummer. It really is. And I hope, obviously I hope Earl gets better. I hope Earl Thomas recovers because I love Earl. Earl is the spirit of that defense, man. I mean, every time in team talks and shit, I'm one of those fucking nerds who watch mic'd up and shit, man. I mean, every time you see him, he's talking, he's yapping, he's going at it, and he brings that fucking level and passion of the game, man. And I just want him to be fucking good. And and ultimate fantasy is for everybody to just figure this shit out. Earl retires as a Seahawks, plays for the Seahawks in his entire career, and retires as Seahawks. But I understand the business of sports doesn't work like that. It's a bummer, but when you're a fan, you want shit like that, right? And yeah. And speaking of bummers, we're going to talk about next week because week number 5, we are going against the Los Angeles Rams. I don't have any expectations for this game. I'm already kind of taking the L right now. What it comes down to when I'm going to watch that game is really just I'm going to watch that game and see if there are notable things from defense or offense that I do like, individual performances. If we get a win, fantastic. If we don't, whatever. I don't fucking care. Fuck that shit. All right. Let's talk about other shit going on in the NFL. Fun storylines. A lot of fun storylines. Defense apparently doesn't exist in the NFL anymore. Defense doesn't exist. At least 4 games that were over 60 points. 4 fucking games. 60 points. One in particular that I have to talk about. The Cleveland Browns versus the Oakland Raiders. I don't fucking know what the Raiders. All right, I don't know what city you belong in anymore. You fucking whores. The Raiders. All right, I'm not bagging on the team. I'm really bagging on the owner here, Mark Davis. You stupid cunt bag. All right, but oh boy, like is there no such thing as defense anymore? Like what the fuck is this? You can't you tap a quarterback, it's a flag. Right? So everyone's just fucking bombing yards, like boom, 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 boom. Everyone's just throwing yards. Interceptions galore. My boy threw 2 interceptions. Not my boy, but I like Baker. I like Baker. I got the shirt. Gonna support Baker. Hopefully the Browns get back to relevance. Oh my God, what a bummer. I mean, it's a historic organization, and if you guys ask me about my opinion on running backs, who is the greatest running back? Jim Brown. And then Walter Payton. But it's a historic franchise, and it's a bummer. It's a bummer to see shit like that. You lose in overtime. There's so many games in overtime, too. Like, it was ridiculous. It was fucking ridiculous. I don't know. People say offense is great, but I'm like, balance. Balance is good, too. Defense and offense. Balance is good. Blowouts are fun sometimes, but it's not that fun. Balance is great. And guess who, when we talk about balance, there has to be balance in this world, right? When Fitzpatrick is throwing back-to-back games with 400-plus yards, life is all about balance, where you bring him back down to earth and he's Fitzception again. Oh, boy. I mean, this is life. I mean, we're in the high, and then now reality has set back in, Fitzception. And Le'Veon Bell will be back for week 7, but do we really think he's going to play for the Steelers at this point? I mean, really? At this point, it's just this drama of the Pittsburgh Steelers has been such a joke. It's like, dude, come on. It's like that relationship that is going to break apart, right? This is a couple that's been fighting for 6 fucking straight months, yelling at each other's face. Every outing you go to, every dinner meeting you go to with these fuckers, they're screaming at each other. And you're begging these guys to just break up. But they don't, because they think, oh, but I love him. It's the same shit with Le'Veon Bell. Break up with the motherfucker. Get some goddamn picks for him, man. Jesus Christ. I mean, dude. I think the Steelers are fucked. I'll just say that. I'm kind of happy. I'm a Seahawks fan. Why the fuck would I be happy if the Steelers are doing great? Shout out to Hugh, brother on the YouTube channel. Huge Pittsburgh dude, but I can't defend these actions, man. This Le'Veon Bell shit, making rap albums, Antonio Brown being the prima donna cunt that he is, and fucking Ben Roethlisberger just being a fucking overall shitbag, and just Mike Tomlin being Mike Tomlin, just a fucking, I don't know. This organization is a mess. And you know what? You know what's more fucked up? I'll tell you something more fucked up. The Cleveland Browns might have a better record than the Steelers by the end of the season. Crazy, but I know. And Patrick Mahomes is a god. And yeah, let's end the NFL talk at that. Patrick Mahomes is a god. Amen. God bless. Okay, Lakers. All right, Lakers. Kurt Rambis is hired as an executive advisor for under Magic Johnson. Fantastic. We got the round glasses back. Awesome, dude. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is auctioning off his rings to support his foundation. Great on him. And remember, kids, he didn't just win 5. He won 6. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar won 6 fucking rings. 5 with the Lakers and 1 with the Milwaukee Bucks as Lou Alcindor. We always forget the man, Lou Alcindor, the man, the myth, the legend, the fucking god of the 70s. And guys, guess what time it is? LeBron watch at the Sky Lounge. And yes, it is preseason basketball. Hooray! Preseason. Exciting. Well, at least LeBron played. He played 15 minutes. And every time he touched the ball, I feel like every Lakers fan just came. LeBron. That's my alarm clock, folks. But every time LeBron has a touch or an assist or a rebound or anything, we're all losing our minds because it's just LeBron James. We've been so bad for like 3-4 years. Like, oh God, thank you. And yes, Lakers fans are spoiled. I get that. Us Lakers fans are extremely spoiled. We have 16 rings. We expect nothing but excellence, and we are spoiled little pretentious fucks. But yeah, I'll tell everybody this right now. I'm a very cynical sports fan at times, and I've lived through the pessimism that is the Lakers organization since when it was Jim Buss and Mitch Kupchak running. So this is great. I mean, you have LeBron James. Brandon Ingram had a pretty decent game. I thought he was, relative to how long he was on the floor, he wasn't that great, but he did what he could. Rajon Rondo looked fucking awesome. I love the fact that we got Rondo on the squad right now. Distribute the ball whenever we need to open players. I mean, he can find the look. He's always scanning. He knows where everybody is on the court. And I can't believe I'm saying this shit. JaVale McGee looked awesome. JaVale McGee looked fucking awesome. Yeah, a couple of misses, but I mean, we have no centers. So JaVale is going to be our starting center, and he, relatively speaking, he looked pretty great. I like what we're seeing. And the one shout out I want to give to a young buck that nobody really pays attention to, Alex Caruso. Alex Caruso, point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers. He has grinded his way from the South Bay Lakers and into the Lakers really bench lineup or even fucking garbage time lineup. But I don't care. Alex Caruso is a stud. This kid is a great bench player. He can come off the bench, provide a lot of assists, and provide that flair. And this dude just doesn't get enough love. Like, Caruso doesn't get enough love, and I love the fact that we have a lot of guys in our squad right now. Yes, we lost 124 to 107, but we have a lot of guys right now individually that if we click somehow, if everything just goes along well, and this will be a 2-3 month process, really. It'll be a lot of it'll be probably a 500 or under schedule for us, but I think it'll turn up in December, and Lakers fans just have to be patient, even though we're just the biggest impatient cunts out there. But it's good. It's good because, hey, we're going to have fucking playoff Lakers basketball again. I mean, we're going to have playoff basketball again. Yeah! I can actually cheer for a team in the playoffs. Holy shit, you have no idea how much I miss that. You have no idea how much I miss cheering for the Lakers in the playoffs, man. Oh my God. Let's see the shit California team fucking win. They're not shit. But by all means, that organization historically has been shit. I'm talking about the Golden State Warriors. And so, my hype aside, I'm excited about Lakers basketball continuing. And so continue it will with preseason. Denver Nuggets tonight again, and then Sacramento Kings 2 days after, and then the Clippers 2 days after. You notice how a lot of times when I mention the Clippers, I don't attach the city name in front of them because they're not a Los Angeles team. Okay, the same way the Los Angeles Chargers are not a LA team. I don't like the Rams, but they're an LA team. Just why do the Clippers exist? Just control alt delete your fucking team. Like, I'm an asshole. I don't care. But like you like every time somebody says the LA Clippers, I'm like, oh. No. They belong in Buffalo where all the mediocrity goes. So NBA action continues, boys and girls, because preseason is back and excitement awaits. And you know what? Just kidding. Because there's not a lot of excitement going into the season. You know why? The NBA has become a very predictable league in the sense of we all know what's going to happen in the playoffs. Okay? Unless some crazy shit happens, it's going to be the Warriors versus the fucking Celtics. Yeah? And guess what, boys and girls? As a Lakers fan, I fucking hate that. I have to say that. Like, it's so predictable that the fucking NBA Finals is going to be Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors. You understand how much I fucking hate saying that? As an NBA fan, like, I would love to see some sort of parity, some sort of fucking competition, but this goddamn cheat code, shark fucking bullshit squad and Golden State Warriors, it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. All spearheaded by the cuntbag named Kevin Durant. Now, the move that he made, I call it a pussy move. I think he's a cutback for doing it. But at the end of the day, in terms of the player, in the player, he's a winner. He's a two-time Finals MVP, two-time final winner, and a snake. So, yeah, I still shut on Kevin Durant just because I still think it's the biggest fucking pussy-ass move out there. And yeah, Kevin Durant, this is what you've done for this league. Thank you. You've made this league so fucking predictable that majority of the playoffs is going to be goddamn wasteless. It's going to be a wasted time. Except if the Lakers are there, then I'm still going to waste my time watching it because I'm a fucking psycho. But it's okay. It's okay. And talking about okay, gotta talk about these guys. The Vegas Golden Knights. Bit of bummer news. Well, for me, it's bummer news. Cody Glass and Eric Branstrom has been sent back to their respective teams in the Portland Winterhawks and the Chicago Wolves. Chicago Wolves being our AHL affiliate, and I believe the Portland Winterhawks being Cody Glass's minor team. I don't know what the fuck to call that. But I'm gonna lay some opinions out here for Cody Glass here. I think he's a center who's only gonna get better. I think just having this kid wear that number 9, I was so excited. Watching this kid preseason, just like fucking fight for every puck, go into the fucking slot and just try to get shit, trying to set shit up. It's cool. It was really cool to see him, and you know what? I maybe the impatience is in me where I'm just thinking like, man, put him on the ice right now. Put him on the ice, man. He's ready. He's not, and I have to admit, he's still young. He still has time to develop, and once he does, man, I think we're gonna have a great time. I think our center depth is going to be stupid. It's going to be fucking awesome. And when we talk about Eric Branstrom, though, right? I mean, this kid, I've been, praising this kid to high heavens. I think this kid is fucking awesome. But he does still make a lot of defensive mistakes. He holds onto the puck a little bit too long, and he doesn't get it out of the zone in time. So a lot of things he can work on, and getting sent to Chicago Wolves, I think, will definitely help him out. A lot of our veteran guys are there too. A lot of the guys who have played preseason along with Branstrom, so a lot of that chemistry is already going to be there. So really cool to see that. And we finally had the last 2 preseason games this week, and went to the final 2 preseason games. I actually have, chair making the farty noises, 4 preseason pucks that we've got from the preseason games. So, yeah, I got the fucking Gerard Gallant, William Karlsson, the Derek Englund, and the George McPhee puck from going to all 4 preseason games. And exciting times, because generally preseason means nothing. But when you go to these preseason games in Vegas, oh boy, I'll tell you what. It's a goddamn party. I mean, you are high-fiving your neighbors, drinking, having a good time. I mean, what more do you want? You're watching hockey. You're fucking screaming someone's name, right? And I'll tell you about how much I was fucking drunk and yelling about Erik Karlsson. But against the LA Kings, the Vegas Golden Knights win 2-0. Oh, the Kings think they're competing. They think they're competing. You old fucks. You're not really competing, are you? Although I will say, when we talk about goaltenders, Campbell for the Los Angeles Kings, I think he's a stud. That dude is a stud. 28 saves on 29 shots, .966 save percentage. Really impressive. I think this kid is fucking impressive, and having him behind Quick, who can be a little bit woo at times. So having Campbell there, good call. Good call. Campbell looks awesome. And Flower with the shutout. Because the brother's miles ahead. Like, fucking Campbell, all these fucking noobs? Hell no. Marc-Andre Fleury, baby. And so, goal scorers, the LA Kings had none. Obviously, when it's a shutout, you don't have any fucking, you got none. And so, Ryan Reeves with the fucking deflected goal, and McNabb with the empty netter provided a great time. I mean, it was a great time to just see that place go nuts, and I've never thought I would hear myself say beat LA. I never thought I would chant the words beat LA, especially with the Los Angeles Lakers banner hanging right fucking behind me. I thought I would never say that shit, but here I was at the T-Mobile Arena screaming those words out, and it was a great time. And Fleury was on one. Revo looked fucking sick, and our defense played pretty well together. And, going into the next game against San Jose Sharks, there's a lot of testiness to this game. Even if it's a preseason game, the place was packed. A couple of Sharks fans I saw here and there, but it was majority of these people were fucking Vegas fans. Majority of the 17,000 people I feel like were Vegas fans. And, Vegas wins this game 5-2. I mean, it's the Sharks. Not to be cunty or pretentious about it, but the Sharks and the Toronto Maple Leafs have been the champions of the offseason this offseason, and they think they're going to win the goddamn Stanley Cup. Yeah, you can win the offseason, but that doesn't mean shit. Just ask the Dallas Stars what happened to them last season. They're the champions of the offseason. They missed the playoffs. So, everybody chill out. San Jose hasn't fucking won shit, all right? And the funnier fact, boys and girls, the San Jose Sharks and the Vegas Golden Knights had the same amount of finals appearances. 1. Yeah, I believe in the modern Stanley Cup era shit. I don't know. But, yeah, 1. And we both lost. So, yeah, San Jose fans, I don't know where the fuck you're getting all this confidence and arrogance from. But calm the fuck down. Because even if it's preseason, we schooled your ass. We fucking pounded your ass like raw fucking cookie dough. All right? And Flower just saves. Flower saves all these pucks. His Flower had 30 plus shots on him? No problem. Because Jones was a joke. Allowing goals, no problem. And credit to the San Jose power play team, because they fucking suck dick. And I'll tell you why. They suck dick, boys and girls. Because yes, Erik Karlsson gets his first goal as San Jose Sharks. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I was screaming him out. I was fucking in the game. Right? I was at the arena. Every time Erik Karlsson gets a puck or some shit, everyone's booing. I'm not joking when I say that shit. Every time Erik Karlsson touches the puck, boos everywhere. And I remember screaming, "Wrong Karlsson, buddy!" Because the only Karlsson that exists is in our squad, and he's wearing the number 71. The best Karlsson. Not that shithead Karlsson in fucking North California. Or the other one, Melchior Karlsson. There's 2 Karlssons in fucking San Jose. Jesus Christ. And they're both they're both Although Erik Karlsson, anytime he skates, he looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah. Erik Karlsson gets a power play goal. Yikes. And LeBlanc also gets a goal in there. But guess what? No problem for Vegas. No problem for Vegas. Holden gets his first goal in the first period, right by the end of the first period, because, yeah, they just want to shit on you. Tomasz Nosek with the shorthanded goal. And then Smith with the power play goal. Max Pacioretty with the shorthanded goal. All in the second period, boys and girls. Because, yeah, that power play unit is so good. Oh, San Jose frightening. Yeah, you conceded 3 shorthanded goals because in the third period, Tomasz Nosek also scored another shorthanded goal. God, I wanted him to get a hat trick and just get the place going off. But, hey, it's okay. We got goals, shorthanded goals, and it said a lot about Vegas. I think we are still on one. I think Vegas is still on one of like, man, everyone's still against this, man. Like everyone's still against this. Like everyone thinks we're a joke. Like they don't think we're gonna be competitive again. I think Vegas is gonna prove a lot of doubters wrong, guys. I said third in the Pacific. I have a weird feeling they might win the Pacific Division again. I don't know. That'd be fucking weird if they did. I'm just saying, if they won that shit, that'd be awesome. So, guys, next week, in just 2 days, the Vegas Golden Knights will be dropping the puck, and the regular season will officially begin. Season opener, motherfuckers. Woo! Hockey is finally back against the Philadelphia Flyers on October 4th at the T-Mobile Arena. Unfortunately, I won't be there. I already sold my ticket, and I don't want to go to a home opener. As much as I went there last season for October 10th on my birthday, but right now I'm like, I don't want to deal with that strip traffic. No, that seems crazy. But I'll be watching at home. Actually, I'll be watching at the pub, getting pretty drunk, watching fucking baseball, fucking hockey, and football. So it'll be a great time regardless. So that'll be fun. And then a little mini road trip after that. Minnesota Wild on October 6th, and then Buffalo Sabres on October 8th. So go Knights, go. Let's fucking start the season off right. Let's get some wins. Let's teabag some motherfuckers. Yeah! All right, so other news in the NHL. I think the big one is this. I think, this news that came out as the last few days is huge. The NHL committee unanimously recommends the forwarding of the Seattle expansion bid to a December vote. And you know what? This is great. This is fantastic. I mean, Seattle is just one step closer to having a real NHL team. 32nd team, expansion team. And you know what's crazy? Now that, being a Seahawks fan, I love going to Seattle, which is fucking ironic because I haven't been to a Seahawks game, but I love the city of Seattle. I fell in love with the city before I fell in love with the team. And great thing about that city is like, Seattle really embraces sports. They really embrace sports, and you go to Pike Place, you go downtown, sports is everywhere. And you see the banners of the Seattle Supersonics, and you still have to wonder, you have a baseball team, you have a football team, you're going to get an NHL team, you also have a soccer team. Why the fuck don't you have a basketball team? Why the fuck did you have to move the goddamn Seattle Supersonics over to Oklahoma? And I'm pretty sure somebody will give me some fucking bullshit excuse they needed to do that. No, they didn't. And you know what? I'm hoping in the coming years that the NBA realizes that, Seattle absolutely deserves and needs a basketball team. Because that city loves basketball. Seattle fucking loves basketball. And for I feel like this NHL team coming in is going to be a great segue for that to potentially happen. It's going to be a great move where if the city committee and the city government of Seattle starts seeing and by virtue the NBA committee starts seeing that, wow, the more sports you put in the city, the better revenue, like the revenue is going up, the value of the city is going up, and man, this seems like a great idea to maybe put an NBA team in here. And if they do that, great. I would love to see that. The Seattle Supersonics. No, those were some sick-ass jerseys and some sick-ass players, man. I mean, fuck. But, hey, congratulations to Seattle. You guys are going to get an NHL team. Fucking awesome. I can't wait for that. And an excuse to go to Seattle more frequently to just watch hockey. And got to talk about some baseball because we're going to playoffs now. Woo! So, yes, the Dodgers played their game 163 yesterday against the Colorado Rockies for contesting the NL West title. And congratulations to the Dodgers for beating them yesterday, the Colorado Rockies, capturing the NL West title again, 6th year in a row. You know, I'm kind of getting mad about that shit because we should fucking win a World Series now, huh? No wild card. Like, we're stacked. Okay? Let's do something. At least get to the World Series. All right, don't choke. Don't fucking choke. Don't put the label of choking. It's just gonna drive me nuts. It's gonna drive me fucking nuts. And so it's an all-in year. Come on, Dodgers. Let's fucking go. Let's get at it, guys. Come on now. And remember, guys, all weekly writing is on the links in the description below. It's on the Google Doc link. So make sure you check that shit out. Weekly writing number 37. I figured satire. Picked out satire and I was like, oh shit. So satire is really my favorite genre to write. I love writing satire because I get to go off on the deep end and just write kind of in extreme manners of like, man, if real life shit, and how do I make this thing a caricature? How do I make this thing like fucked up? And I decided to satirize the NFL and its recent rule changes and in a letter format. And the reason why I titled this Daddy, okay, it's weird, yes, weird title, but I wanted to make sure the tone of the letter was this: Roger Goodell owns you, and you can't do shit about it. All right? This was the essence of the letter. There's really nothing fancy about this letter. You just read it. It's just, I'm your dad. Fuck you. I don't care about I don't care about concussions. I don't care about fucking tackling. I don't care about goddamn kneeling. Fuck you. So there you go, Roger Goodell. Thanks for the fucking satire, Roger. You fucking jackass. All right. Anyways. All right. Weekly film number 37. I decided to go a little old school, man. Just wanted to do a little throwback and dissect my childhood. The Emperor's New Groove, the 2000 movie from Disney. Let's go. Plots. A selfish emperor, is turned into a llama by his nefarious royal advisor, but is met with an unlikely partner to restore him back to human form. And along the way, he learns a valuable lesson about selflessness and friendship because it's a Disney fucking movie. Yeah, I am Pacha. I mean, these are Disney movies. You're just gonna have a typical fucking hero's journey of, I'm an asshole, I hate everybody. Dramatic moment. Oh my god, I was so wrong. What have I done? And then just last ending, just, I love everybody. Everybody's great. We're having a great time. Typical shit. Typical plot. Nothing interesting there. However, though, the characters were pretty top notch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the voice acting in this movie. Yes, that even includes David Spader. I forget his name, but yeah, he's in this shit too. But yeah, he was pretty good as Cusco. I'm not gonna lie to you. But the three cats that stand out obviously are John Goodman, Patrick Warburton, and Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt is a goddess. I mean, she is unbelievable. When she was even recording this, you just, that kind of sultry voice that she has, it's fantastic. I love Eartha Kitt. And Patrick Warburton goes without saying, this dude is Kronk. I mean, the way Patrick Warburton, brings that Kronk character to life. Did I just say Gronk? I think I just said Gronk. Fuck! Yeah, Gronk is in this movie. The Emperor's New Groove, starring Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, and Gronk. Oh, fuck. All right, dyslexia. Here we go. And yeah, Patrick Warburton as Kronk is a godsend. I'll just say that. He's a godsend. Gronk. Jesus Christ. All right, so visuals. So I remember when this movie came out in the theaters in 2000, the visuals were kind of next level compared to a lot of the Disney films that were coming out at that time. A lot of other animated films within that kind of same 2D animation circle. And it's really cool. I mean, the color scheme is very fun. It's very Disney-esque. Just a lot of fucking use of color palette and shit. And it's some typical Disney shit, right? I mean, when you're a kid, you're just watching this shit because you're like, whoa, this is nuts. But I mean, you're watching this now. It's like, okay, cool. Nothing too crazy. Just kind of all there. All right. And so The one thing that kind of surprised me every time I watch this movie is I always forget like the soundtrack is actually pretty damn solid. You know, it's pretty fucking solid because and shout out to John Debney, whose CV is off the charts. Just look on his Wikipedia page, type John Debney, Debney, and you can see just his CV is impressive. All right, a lot of Disney films, a lot of television shows, a lot of films and movies you would never thought about, but it's all there. And credit to the man for making a great soundtrack for this flick, and it still holds up. I mean, it's a great soundtrack, man. And the introduction song for Cusco is still the shit. That little impromptu song, whatever the fuck they made up for Cusco in the beginning of the movie, I fucking love that song. It's great, Cusco. But the one downside about this movie I felt was like it's an hour and 12 minutes. But if you think about it, they jam pack all the shit in just right, so the movie just is able to finish off. Efficient, maybe, but I kind of wish it was a little bit longer. So if I have to give this movie a review or a point, I'd say like a 7.0. I'm comfortable with a 7.0 because you know what? An often overlooked Disney gem, The Emperor's New Groove is a charming and very fun film, albeit with a prototypical hero's journey. It really is just bland Disney. But I want to talk about album of the week because the Carter 5 by Lil Wayne is out. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, if I wasn't depressed, manically depressed before, this fucking album can really push you to that edge, guys. If you guys have any kind of terrible thoughts during the day, if you guys feel miserable, just listen to the Carter 5 by Lil Wayne. It's fucking depressing. I mean, by all means, it's a great album. I'm not gonna lie to you. The production's great. It's bumping. I'm not particularly crazy about Lil Wayne's rhyme schemes and shit, but it's a pretty solid album. But again, it's just so fucking depressing. Everybody die. Like, oh, dude, Lil Wayne, what the fuck? Like, why? And so, dude, I don't know. It was a bummer, right? And I mean, this entire week has been kind of a bummer. Not the first 1 October thing. It was just I've been laying around like a fucking slob, and that's why adding this song on top of that was just like the cherry on top of already like a fucking weird, miserable week. And oh yeah, but listen to Lil Wayne, great album, super depressing. All right, guys, next week on the Sky Lounge, major sports are rolling in, and they are all here, and I will be rolling onto my couch because yeah, sports are here. I'm gonna be on the couch. I'm just gonna be watching, writing notes. That's all I'm gonna be doing. And all right, folks, thank you so much for joining me this week. Make sure you are subscribed on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Music for a new episode every Tuesday. Make sure to follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter, Facebook at The Sky Lounge. Stalk me on Snapchat at DA13IG5UNG. Now, fuck off. Okay, recording for the SoundCloud is done, boys and girls. Any of you guys that came in, thank you for joining. Let me check the comment here real quick. I apologize. Tornado warnings here in October. Oh, man. Yeah, so, shout out to VGK coverage. Hugh for dropping by, guys. Appreciate the shouts. Appreciate the comments, man. And every Tuesday, we're going to be doing this at the YouTube channel now. Just because, yeah, with Twitch, I've become very inconsistent with it. And with the YouTube thing, I feel like I fucking force myself to do YouTube every day. So this is going to be a weekly thing. So make sure to fucking keep tuning in, man. It's going to be some good shit. So, again, fuck off.